Hello guys, Michael here. I hope you're very well. Again, this is another update on my Raw to 4 journey, my vegan journey, vegetarian journey, and just a bit of feedback on how I'm finding it, how I'm getting on. And it's been 2 weeks I think since my last upload, so apologies on the fact that it's been such a big gap between uploads. I will try and do more frequent uploads, and I'll try and link up with Thelma and do some videos with her, but I've had a crazy 2 weeks. I've had a crazy 2 years, if I'm honest. That's the reason for me starting the Raw to 4. It's the reason for me trying to embrace the vegan lifestyle, is because I've had an emotional 2 years, a physically challenging 2 years. Quick insight into the reason for me moving into the Raw to 4. In July 2012 I had a respiratory problem which suffered me ended up in intensive care, ended up with a brain injury. And since then I've been trying to get back to good health, obviously not really changing too much, but still trying to get back to good health. So then obviously someone said to me, if you don't change nothing, you won't fix nothing. So I thought, well, that's a very valid point. You've got to change that at something before you start fixing things. So obviously then I embraced the vegan Raw to 4, 80-10-10, just the new eating habits, the new lifestyle, with the intention of becoming cleaner, more spiritually, emotionally, mentally well. Trying to get a greater balance in my life, trying to get more consistency on my eating, my training, my lifestyle as a whole. So I've excluded a couple of things. I've obviously massively introduced the Raw to 4, the vegan lifestyle and the vegetarian lifestyle. So far it's going really good. I'm quite proud of my efforts to this point. What I've done is to give myself, I try and look at the positives all the time, so I'm looking at all the positives, not trying to be very negative, because if you focus on the negatives again, you'll feel negative outcomes. So I'm focusing solely on the positives. So I've categorised it into 3 categories. I've got the Raw to 4, the vegetarian and the vegan, because I find each one has their own challenges. So we'll start off. So overall I feel a little bit better, a little bit clearer headed, definitely more alert, definitely a little bit sharper, like spidey sense, tingling, like I'm just a little bit more switched on. Mentally, I'm improving. Emotionally, I'm improving. If it's that solely down to my food, I'm not 100% sure, but the fact that I embraced the lifestyle, that was where the major changes, they all happened sort of all at the same time. So if it's not a direct consequence, it's a response factor, possibly, or just the fact that because I'm doing ABC, it's a factor. So basically, the Raw to 4 is going pretty well. I've scored down a percentage because I try and analyse things in that kind of way. So the Raw to 4, I'll probably say I've been operating 98% of the time. I've not really had many hiccups with the Raw to 4. I've found that the easiest thing to embrace. It's actually quite enjoyable. There's not a massive amount of changes for myself, because daytime I only have to exclude my breakfast really, that I would normally have animal products in there. So up until 4 o'clock most days I've been Raw to 4, vegetarian and vegan, so that time of day I managed to score 98%, so thumbs up for that. Yeah, that was good. The vegetarian, the vegan aspect, they've been a little bit more challenging, because I'm not quite aware of what is Raw to 4, what's vegan, etc. So I would say, excluding the alcohol that I've consumed, I've probably been vegan, I would say 70% of the time, which isn't a great result, but for me, I'm pretty happy with that. Obviously I want to increase the percentage week in, week out, but for the first couple of weeks in, to be operating at 70% in that particular area, I think is pretty good. I think there's 2 nights where I've had animal products, or maybe 3 out of the last 14 days, so whatever percentage that takes me to. Well, definitely dairy products, because I've had the odd bit of alcohol, which is not technically vegan, and I've also had the odd bit of chocolate. With the vegetarian, I've been much better there, again, because it's only been 2 evenings where I've actually had meat specifically. The vegetarian has been a lot easier to maintain, because chocolate, and some of the chocolates I've been eating have been technically vegetarian, some of the crisps I've been eating have been vegetarian. Obviously some of the alcohol has also fallen into a vegetarian category, just not a vegan category. So overall, Raw to 4 operating great. Vegan and vegetarian, slightly lower standard, but still in a category, or in a percentage that I'm happy with, and I'm pretty chuffed with. So it's going quite well. It's quite easy. It's not as difficult as you would think, especially with the Raw to 4. What positives have I noticed? Obviously eating It's just a lot cleaner, it's a lot nicer, it's a lot more consistent. I'm finding my weight loss hasn't dropped as much as I was hoping it would. I wasn't actually hoping to lose any weight, but subconsciously I was hoping it would be at least a couple of kilo reduction. There's been 100 grams, which is not too great, but I'm not too bothered because there's no real weight loss emphasis with it. I haven't done any training, so I can't really expect too much from it. I found my weight more consistent. I personally weigh myself regularly, always have. I've boxed since I was 10, so I've always had an issue with the scales. We'll say I've always got on the scales, I've always checked the scales, so I weigh myself most days, morning and night. Normally my weight would be X in the morning, a couple of kilos heavier in the evening, and then back to where it was the following morning, but I've just noticed it's pretty much the same morning and night. I'm following the morning, so there's definitely a greater balance with the weight loss. Well, not with the weight loss, with my weight is maintaining a consistent level. And that's it really. I find myself eating a much greater variety of foods. I'm no longer just eating meat and veg. I'm now eating a whole host of things, like zucchinis, I didn't know what they were called, or what we call them courgettes in England, I think. But I prefer the zucchini name, it sounds a bit cooler to me, each one of them. Butternut squash I had for the first time, there's one in the background there I believe as well. I'm eating that much more often. I think about it twice or 3 times last week. It's really nice, really tasty, really simple, really easy to cook, really cheap. Doesn't cost very much. What else have I had? Mushrooms, been having much more of them. They're nice again, not a massive fan, but I am finding different ways of cooking them, so that's been pretty good. Most mornings I've been having a banana smoothie and one of Fully Raw Christina's apple pies as my breakfast, because I just find it feels a bit more like a bowl of cereal. It's not actually cereal, but it's in a bowl. I'm eating it. It's nice. It's got dates, apples, and obviously some figs I believe in it. And it's a great breakfast. It fills you up. It's a nice way to start the day. So I have that most mornings. And that's it. What tips would I give you guys if you're doing it? Is obviously be prepared, plan ahead. Sometimes you do find yourself hitting fortunes. So that's why it's not too good when you're out on a bike. You're not, what can I eat? It's a bit of a nightmare. Even trying to find fruit that's edible in the shops is not quite good because the fruits tend to be not ripe. The fruits that are closer to being more ripe are significantly more expensive. So it's better to take out too much food than too little. Pick yourself something that you like, and then just monomeal that. So they focus mainly on bananas just because the weight per kilo they fill you up, they're good, they're all around just a useful item, they're easy to carry, they're easy to store, they're easy to eat. So I've been consistently eating significantly more bananas. I've probably been doing on average probably 14-15 bananas a day. That's it. Obviously try new things. If you don't like it how you normally eat it, again try and get a bit more adventurous with your cooking and introduce different foods. Don't give yourself a hard time. I've given myself 2 cheat days, official cheat days. On the days where I've said I've not been rotifor, I kept the rotifor, that's easy. But on the days I'm not eating vegetarian or vegan, they were deliberate days where I've said, okay, right, again, you'll wean yourself off. We're almost addicted to this food. So rather than trying to cold turkey and just fight it and just not do it, I've given to those temptations. I thought, right, I'm gonna give myself a set schedule. I'm gonna give myself 1 day here, a week later another day here. And then now I'm going to give myself a wider gap. I'm going to give myself a 2-week break now with no cheat day. Hopefully when that cheat day comes around, I may not feel the need to have the cheat. But what I have noticed is on the days when I've had the cheat day, the other day I had some screaming in the evening. The next day I didn't feel too good. My stomach felt funny, my bowels, my toilet visits were definitely affected from that. So when you're now having a cheat day, you actually appreciate why you're changing your lifestyle. You think, wow, this stuff's bad for me, man. This stuff, I don't feel as good as it did. Taste good, I must admit. I had a burger one day that was like magic. But the consequences of having that, the taste was nice. The eating it was nice. Obviously, because you've got probably feelings of good times. Subconsciously you've got memories of when you previously used to eat this food, and then you get these pheromones, but it's actually the food is giving you that. It's just maybe the memory recall, or it's just the emotional attachment you have to those type of foods. So upon eating it, I enjoyed it. It was nice. But then after the next hour or two, the following day, I didn't feel too good. So it's been nice to actually have the cheat, to think, well, wow, yeah, this stuff isn't as good as what I think it is. I'm not really missing out on much. And basically that's it. So yeah, stock up on food. Give you a reliable source of monomeals. Again, my choice is bananas. Or apples. I like quite a lot of apples as well, but mainly bananas. Increase more variety of stuff, put the effort in the kitchen, mess around with some foods, try different foods, test how they store. And the butternut squash, I noticed it stores okay and it reheats okay. Mushrooms don't store very well, don't reheat very well, and are not nice at all cold. And you find your own likes, dislikes, the things you think store well, the things you don't. Obviously we'll all have our own preferences as to what does and doesn't store, or what isn't edible. Basically that's it. So thanks for watching, guys. Remember to subscribe, leave some feedback, some comments below. We're trying to help you help us. We're trying to work together, work as a team. We're trying to share thoughts, share ideas, share meals. Obviously we're trying to engage in the community more. We're just trying to give a little back, because people like Fully Raw Christina, again, Junior Rider, Freely, Banana Girl, the Fully Raw community, they've embraced us with welcoming arms, with open arms. So we're just going to say thank you to you guys, give a little something back, give you an insight from our journey from the start, because we feel it's useful to see people from the start, because I've noticed in the Fully Raw community, everyone who's uploading stuff is already 2, 3 years, 4 years, 10 years down the line, whereas I'm literally on week 4 and giving you the feedback. So yeah, again, thanks for watching, stay tuned, and I will hopefully see you soon. Bye!